Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Obviously there's not a ton of signings going on right now. So in this video, we're gonna talk about some ways that you can supplement your income while the real estate market is kind of slow. This video is gonna talk about 5 recession-proof businesses that you can start for $0. These are businesses that still make good money during a recession when people aren't trying to spend a lot of money. Right now, with inflation being high, everything's high, people need more money to sustain the same lifestyle as they were before. You don't want to go out and spend a ton of money on a new business that may or may not pay off. So all of these businesses are businesses that you can start without any money, which makes them great and makes them recession proof. The first one is Outschool. So Outschool is an online teaching platform, but you don't have to be a teacher to teach on Outschool, and you don't have to teach normal school subjects like math and English and science, those kind of things. You don't have to teach that kind of stuff. There are people on there that have classes, for example, about how to play a video game. So people who like a specific video game will meet in this Outschool class, and it's kind of like a social club where they talk about their strategies and hacks and things like that. There's all sorts of creative classes. Again, it doesn't have to be school subject classes. So really anybody can do this. They don't require that you have a teaching degree or anything. You just have to be able to pass a background check. And the way you get paid is basically you set a dollar amount for a student to sign up for your class. So let's say you want them to pay you $8 to attend your class. You get 10 students, that's $80. And then Outschool does take 30% of that. So they would take $24. You would be left with $56. Some classes are 30 minutes. Some classes are an hour. You can teach several classes a day. You can teach one a day. It's very flexible. The cool thing too is once you build up some rapport and the students start liking you, they're gonna start looking for your classes, and you can start charging more. So let's say there are only 10 spots, supply and demand, you can up the price per student, and that will obviously increase your hourly rate. So if you're interested in Outschool, there is a link down below to help get you started. Number 2 on our list is Amazon Turk. If you haven't heard about it, basically it is obviously through Amazon. It's where they pay people to do things that computers can't do. They'll give you specific tasks and pay you per task that you do. Again, it's super flexible. Whenever you have some spare time, you can log in and do a few tasks. I personally haven't tried this yet. I did sign up and get approved. So you do have to sign up and get approved to be able to work for them. But my sister has done this, and she said a lot of the tasks that she has done so far is listening to audio and then writing what is going on in the audio. So writing a transcript. So obviously a computer can't transcribe that well. If you've ever used voice to text, then you know why they want a person to do this rather than a computer. Sometimes they'll pay you for surveys, things like that. You can get bonus pay for certain activities that they want you to do if you choose to do them. Some tasks pay more than others depending on the complexity of the task. You can get paid where they just direct deposit to your bank account, or you can get paid in Amazon gift cards, which we all use Amazon. So definitely a good way to earn some extra cash during the recession. Okay, number 3 on our list is babysitting. As a new parent, my child is not in daycare, but as a new parent, everybody was telling me when I was still pregnant, hey, get your kid on daycare waiting list now. So apparently daycares have huge waiting lists right now. It's hard to get your child into daycare. There's just not enough space. Even during a recession, people need care for their child while they go to work. So one option is to babysit from your home. And I say from your home because if you do it from your own space, you can babysit multiple kids, which is going to make the most of your time and earn you the most money. Each state does have different laws about how many kids you can legally babysit in your home without a license, so definitely look into that. But one way to get started is to join mom groups on Facebook. So mom groups in your area. There's tons of them. Just search on Facebook. I see posts all the time where people are looking for babysitters. They'll post what they're looking for and how much they're willing to pay. I'd say an average amount is about $15 an hour. But if you consider babysitting multiple kids, then you definitely can make a good amount per hour. I personally knew someone in the past who babysat out of her home. She had a ton of kids at her home, I'd say like 10 or so. And she made a good living just doing that. It's definitely a recession-proof business. If you are interested in doing any sort of childcare, definitely look into doing that. It does help to have a background check, which if you're a loan signing agent, then you've passed your background check, and it also helps to be CPR certified. Okay, next up is number 4 on our list, which is to start a cleaning business. It is way more profitable to clean for businesses rather than individuals or families. As we talked about before, businesses are also looking for ways to cut costs, and one of their costs is their cleaning company. If you can offer to clean for a cheaper amount than the company that they're currently paying, then there's a good chance that they're going to take you up on that offer to save some money. Now, you might be thinking that you need cleaning supplies, but my mother-in-law actually did this for a long time. She cleaned for businesses, and she said the way that that worked is whenever she needed new supplies, she would just go out and buy those supplies and give the receipt to the company, and they would reimburse her for that. Obviously, when you set up your terms and negotiate pay and things like that, then you would want to bring that up. But you don't have to go out and buy your own cleaning supplies to get this one started. You can start for $0. I personally love to clean, but if you don't like to clean, then you can be a middleman and find someone else that is a good cleaner that would be willing to go clean. You take a cut for finding the business and then pay the cleaners as well, so you don't have to do the cleaning yourself. According to my mother-in-law, you can make like $50 an hour doing this. And because it's a business, a lot of times it's not as dirty as an individual's home. Well, I guess that kind of depends on what kind of business you're cleaning for. She cleaned for law firms. But if you're interested in really starting a big cleaning business, I found that there are some Udemy courses for cheap on how to start a cleaning business. You guys know I have my own course on Udemy about how to be a signing agent, but I love Udemy for courses because they're cheap and they help get you started. And to me, a lot of times they're just as good as like the super expensive courses. So definitely check that out. If you're interested, I'll leave some links down below. Last one on our list, number 5, is property management. So if you don't know, basically what that is when someone owns a home, they're the landlord of the home and they rent it out to their tenants. The tenants are going to call the owner of the home or the landlord whenever something is wrong with the home. Let's say the toilet is leaking, they're gonna call and the landlord has to deal with those issues. Sometimes the landlord is handy and they go out and fix it themselves. A lot of times they will call contractors and get them in to fix it. So a lot of times the owner of the home is going to hire a property management company to take those phone calls so they don't have to. They also expect the property management company to collect the rent and make sure that that is getting paid and deal with those issues if they arise. But even if you're not handy, you can be a property manager. You would basically just make those phone calls whenever the tenant calls you and says something is wrong. Let's say their dishwasher stopped working, then you're gonna get someone out there to fix the dishwasher. Many times property managers get paid a percentage of the rent, so 8 to 12% is what is normal to get paid. My suggestion, if you've never done this before, is to go ahead and go on Zillow or go to local Facebook groups. The sun is weird now. Hopefully it's okay. But if you've never done this before, I would suggest going to Zillow or looking up local Facebook groups where you can find houses for rent. If you can find someone who owns multiple houses, that's probably going to be your best bet. They're going to have a lot on their hands, so they're going to be more likely to hire a property manager. And this is going to be a numbers game. You're going to get some no's, and that's fine. But if you have no experience, then you're going to want to make them an offer that they can't refuse. I've heard of people offering the first couple of months of their service for free. So they will manage a property for free for a couple of months to show that they are capable of doing the job, and then they'll come back and negotiate their rate. But if you are able to be a property manager for a few properties, you definitely can make some good money doing this. So definitely look into that. That is it. That is all 5 of our recession-proof businesses that you can start for $0. With the exception of Amazon Turk, they all have the potential of making pretty good money. I feel like Amazon Turk, you're probably not going to make a ton of money, but it's good like side money. And again, you can't beat it because you're starting these businesses for $0. Nobody wants to put out a ton of money during a recession to start a new business that may or may not do well. So that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you got some ideas from this video. Check out the description down below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.